Okay, so we're looking at the if function again, and we just looked at these cities here, and we said that if the profit was greater than 2,000, give the city an award. So as I said to you again, your examiner expects you to create a new column and interpret his question. Yes. So you have to, you could say, it depends on if you were writing this for yourself, you could have said, oh, highlight the cells where the profit is greater than 2,000. Yeah, that's a different question. That's what we call conditional formatting. But your examiner wants you to actually create a new column, yes, and give that city an award. Now, there's just something there's an addition I want to add here, and I'm going to move to the next slide. We could have worked in that other slide, but we're going to play this again. Here, the examiner could have asked you exactly the same data from the previous slide. So you have income, again, for these cities. And I haven't even put in the profit figure. This is very normal for the examiner. So he expects you to work out profit and decide whether or not to do the. So you have to work that out. Okay, so he says if the profits are greater than and equal to 2,000. So for example, if it's 2,000, give them an award, and if it's greater than 2,000, give them an award. In this one, we just were interested in profits greater than 2,000. So now we're interested in profits that are greater than and equal to 2,000. So let's work out profit first. Putting the equal sign again, minus this, and this versus this, and press enter. And then what are we going to do? Let's drag this down. And we have this again. Now again, let's come here, go to our function, fx, or we go up here, click on fx, it gives you the box. We're interested in if, click OK. So, what are we saying? We are saying that if this cell, or any cell in this column, is greater than and equal to, well, I guess you could say greater than or equal to. Yeah, greater than or equal to. But the key point is both you must have greater than and you must have equal to. Yes, and that's what we're asking. So you can see how do we do that? We put both in there. We put the greater sign first, and then we put the equal sign first. We put the greater sign first, then we put the equal sign first. The greater sign first, and then we put the equal sign first. You think this guy's a weirdo. He's saying it 3 times. So that's just to make sure you don't forget. And then we have the 2,000, and we click if this is greater than equal to 2,000. And if this is true, what do we want? Yes, give award. And if this is not true, no award. And then click OK. And then we drag this down. And this is the scenario we have. So you can see what's interesting here is, in this first example, the very first example, same data, we didn't give an award to London. But here, we give an award to London. Yeah. So, that's that. We have one more to do, but we'll do that in a new lecture. So from this lecture, I want to take away practice this idea of being able to use the if function, yes, and work through this because I'm going to send you these slides. So work through this and make sure you're comfortable with this idea of the if function. Okay, great stuff. See you in the next lecture.